So I barely slept. Like, I didn't get the sleep I wanted to. Woke up early. Squish is not doing well. She's having like some sort of like stomach bug, I think, because she is pooping every hour. And so packing was kind of like a nightmare in the morning and trying to get us out the door on time. So we get there. I get to the airport an hour and a half early, and the line at American to check in the bags is so long. Like, it seemed like it was out the door, basically. And there's only 2 attendants at the front trying to deal with all the people. And I'm sitting there like, why are all these people in line? I know they're not all checking bags. I have to check bags because I have a baby and I'm alone with one baby. So I can't be pulling a bag while holding a baby. And I have to check her stroller. So I always check a bag and I check the stroller. And I can't do it ahead of time on the app because there's no option for stroller check-in on the app. And strollers are free to check in. You don't have to pay for it. So I have to wait in line. And I know for a fact that none of these people do. Or some of them do, but not all of them. A lot of them are just unaware of how to check in online. They don't need to check in their luggage or anything. So I'm literally in line telling people like, hey, you don't need to be here because you don't have bags to check in. You should just check in on your phone. And like helping people check in on their phone so that they can get out of my line so I can make my flight. So this line's taking a long time as well because there's a girl at the front crying. They won't let her check in because she doesn't have a passport. But the thing is, her flight is like, she has a flight to Charlotte and then to Miami. And she just wants to get to Miami. She's like, I don't need a passport. And they're like, your final destination is not Miami, it's somewhere else. She's like, I just need to get to Miami. And they weren't letting her go. And she's crying. It was very weird. I mean, I only heard bits and pieces of the conversation because I was really far away. But, you know, they're like yelling at each other and she's crying. So, like, I knew something was going down. So that was also why the line was taking a long time, I think. It's because she's not getting checked in. She's just up there crying, like, check me into my flight. Or take my bags. They wouldn't take her bags. Anyways, also, there's 2 machines to check in on your own with the bags and everything. And they're not using one machine. And people kept randomly going up to this one machine to see if it works. And then they kept walking away saying, it doesn't work. So, lo and behold, it worked the whole fucking time. People are just dumbasses in this line and couldn't figure out how to work a machine. That's a check-in machine. And you can put in your bags and everything. So, I finally get to go I run to go do that. I'm like, screw this line. Like, I'm gonna check in on the machine.
Blah, 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 blah.
Glad you and Squishy made it back, Slysssa.
Thanks, Alikins. Thank you so much for 30 months. Yeah, so then I do that. But if you check in your stroller bag, I go to check in the stroller bag, which should be free. And it's like, you must wait for assistance. And I'm like, I'm not going to wait for assistance. This line is so long. Check in, or they're going to start boarding our flight soon. So I just pay for the bag. I'm like, fuck it. It's $30 for the first bag, $40 for the second. So I paid $70. They said I could go online and get a refund if I do that, if I have the chance. So anyways, I finally get checked in. And I sprint on over. I'm TSA pre-approved. So I go to the TSA pre-approved line. They have a separate line for that. Hurry my butt over. Squishy's on the front carrier, so she's just facing out on me like, we're running, Mom, we're running. Run over there. And when I tell you that things move a little slower in Madison, Wisconsin, I'm not lying. It's so slow there. God, did get run over in New York there. I don't even know. So I get to the line, and they have... So they're checking every single bag. Like every bag failed the x-ray machine. And I have to get stuff checked for Squishy because I have to carry water for her formula. So they always have to check the water. And again, it's just one person taking each bag one at a time, very slowly. Like, I'm just like, move, man, move. We have a flight to catch. So I'm behind 4 people. Finally get my bags checked. Check the water. It's fine. Get to the gate and they're boarding, but you know, they're not done boarding. So I made it in time. I also made it in time to go change Squishy's diaper one more time. Change her diaper again. And I'm sitting there like, oh shit, I'm gonna run out of diapers for her. Like she's needing a lot of diapers. My cousin's on the same flight. And we get in, we get on the plane. I get Squish all situated in her little sleeper so that she can sleep well on the plane. She falls asleep instantly. But not only that, she poops herself and then falls asleep. So I'm sitting there like, do I wake her up and go change her? Well, I probably can't because we're about to take off, so I can't get out of my chair. So I have to stay here. So I'm going to let her sleep, and it smells like poop. But people are going to have to deal with it because I can't get up.
Quite the flavor profile we were hoping for, was it? 3 orders? You must have really hated it. Just a pinch of power in that one.
Oh man. Give it Reborn. It's a lot of stats for now.
I got it.
Correct, Lord.
So we're waiting for a bit on the ground, and I'm like, what? You know, she's real poopy, but and I don't want her to sleep. I want her to sleep through the flight, and we're sitting on the ground, and she's sleeping. I'm like, she's not gonna sleep through the flight if we're just sitting on the ground this whole time. And finally, they get over the loudspeaker to let us know, like, hey, sorry about the delay. We need to de-ice the plane because it's 20 degrees and there's a ton of ice on it. But we have 2 de-icing trucks here and one doesn't work. So now we have to wait for the other truck that we weren't supposed to get. So we're at the end of the line for it. So it's going to be like 30, 40 more minutes. And I'm like, more? What? No. So at that point, I see my cousin get up and change her baby's diaper because her baby had a blowout. Roll? No, I got this guy. No roll. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm getting up. I'm changing Squish. She poopy. She's kind of waking up at this point. And so I go change her on the ground. And I'm realizing at this point, I'm not making my next flight. Like, hopefully they hold it for me because we're going to get in like right as it's supposed to depart. I don't. Oh, I guess it got delivered, yeah. $20 minutes.
There you go. Beat them down like mochi. Our little restaurant just earned another star.
So okay, yeah. So we're realizing that we're getting there right as like my flight's supposed to take off. We got in like 10 minutes prior, but they closed the gates like 15 minutes till. I get my shit on me, get Squishy in, and I'm sprinting my ass off through the airport. Sprinting so hard. Keep in mind, I still haven't eaten yet today because it was such a chaotic morning with Squish, such a chaotic morning at the airport. So I didn't have time to get food at the airport, didn't have time to eat before. I have 0 food in me, 0 like water, anything. Sprinting, my throat's killing me. I feel like I'm gonna throw up, especially because she's on me. So it's like having a weighted, like 20 pounds weighted on me between Squish and my backpack. Probably more than that, probably 25 pounds weighted, sprinting. Get there, see the plane, but they won't let me on it.
There's still
They
time
won't let me
to
on the
recover.
plane. That's right there. I hate when that happens. Bothers me so much. Like, why didn't you hold for me? You saw there's a girl on this flight that's late that has an infant in arms. He didn't hold for me. And they were like, yeah, we used to hold for flights and we don't anymore. It's no longer our policy. I was livid. I was so tired from the day. It was such an exhausting day already.
Well, we'll call that meal a learning experiment.
Oh, this is good.
Chefs need line cooks, warlords need minions.
Oh, wait. I just all that now. So I don't want to reborn this. Or I want to reborn this. So if I buy this, then I would sell for this, but then I wouldn't have the gold. If I level for 8, then I have 2, and I could sell it, and I have 3, but I wouldn't have enough to hero power next turn. So I feel like I have to stay down for another turn. So I'll just do this then, since I have to stay down. It sucks I only have 4 minions at this point, but... Now, luckily, the next flight wasn't too far behind. It was at... So that flight was supposed to be at 11, and the next flight was at 2:30 or 2:50. This wasn't too bad. But I was just so tired from the weekend and from traveling so quickly and morning and not sleeping. I was just not happy. And the same thing happened to my cousin. She missed her flight. The next flight for her was booked solid, and the flight after that was at 10:30 p.m. So she had to fly into a different airport to make it a flight. So I kind of felt bad for her.
Mochi.
I think I should have gone to that.
Safety restrictions online. Harvesting servos engaged.
Anyways, we ended up staying, and one of the things I've been doing recently when I'm at airports is that I buy a ticket into the club, into the like those little lounges, because they give you all like food for free and free drinks and free food, and I couldn't drink because I had squish and I was so frustrated and rattled. But the American one sucks. It's not free food like all the other ones. It's like free snacks, but if you want a meal, you have to pay for it. I was like, I already paid to get in here. This is a ripoff. So I'm never doing that again with an American flight. Never again. I don't have an Amex card. I have a Sapphire. And so I have a priority pass, and priority pass gets you
I
into
don't know what your secret ingredient is, but it's working.
into certain lounges, but it's gotten worse and worse over time. It used to be way better than what it is now. I should have checked if I had it there. I didn't check to see that airport had anything. Yeah, priority pass used to be so good. It's trash now. I feel like I can't get into anything.
There you go. Beat them down like mochi. You got it, Chef. Only the best ingredients from here on out.
Alrighty, reborn, eternal summoner. a dream. Let's go chase reserve. The Sapphire Chase Reserve card. So the best part though, was the second half of the day got better. Because on my second flight home, the whole row behind me was empty because they missed the flight. So I asked the flight attendant, I said, is the row behind me empty? She's like, oh, that's your row. You can use it for you and your baby. So it was our row. And I literally laid down across all 3 chairs with Squishy. And she laid on top of me and slept the whole entire flight. It was so nice. We had a comfy trip back. And then I arrived during the middle of the Bengals game, which Critter's watching with his brother and his brother's girlfriend. And so his brother came pick me up and we went over to their house. And then that was an enjoyable experience because they won. So that was exciting. No poopy diaper. She had her final poop at that airport. And then we were back to just pee. But she still has something going on. It's either like a little stomach bug or teething. I've read the stuff about teething can cause this too. And she still doesn't have teeth. So she could be teething.
I don't know what your secret ingredient is, but it's working.
Yeah, it's a lot more. I feel like flight stuff is a lot more stressful when you have a baby and you're just like, do I have enough diapers? Do I have enough formula? Do I have enough entertainment for her? What if something happens? You're just like so more stressed with the baby because you might not have enough things. And you can't just use random formula. How babies get sick. Boop.
There you go. Beat them down like Moti.
No. What the frick, man? I don't want this. Pass. Poison sucks.
The first Crypt Lord. Well, we all have different tastes, I guess. No!
Get out of here. I don't want you.
The scourge will consume you.
Reborn would have been triple hand every turn. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. But, like, do we need triples at this point? We already have quite the comp. I'd want to triple this. Are you winning, son? Kinda.
That's it. Keep going. You're doing great.
We're winning. This still clogs us because it doesn't get the reborn. I think I need to put it behind. I just use this for the extra attacks and then get rid of it before she goes off. Because the reborn's better.
If you ask me, that was well done.
I might just get rid of it actually. Beasts? Who plays beasts? Oh, maybe I should go buy that.
Are you on the guest list?
Do we play Zap? Oh no, they have the plus health. Zap won't work. Will Leapers be undead? Let's check it out. Did he wave at me? I don't have a wave button. I have two of the same. I feel like they're all happies. Maybe I should fix them. Happy cat. Oh. One.
I thought the kitchen was
Two.
on fire,
I
but
got
it
two
was
happy cows in. Ooh, buddy. Who here predicted I'd get second place? The second place people shaking.
one battle done. Now, get on your apron and cook up a strategy. Go on, buy a minion. Go on, buy a minion. Which one's right for you?
I need to get to those barons. There was no like Wind Fury or Cleavage that were big enough. I really needed to triple this. I don't think it makes sense for this to go in. Does it? The attack is really helpful, but this gains attack. Ugh.
That's it. Keep going. You're doing great.
Go me. Over there, get the Baron. All right. No, farther. All right, all right. Oh wait, shit, there's a ton. All right, there we go. All right, no. Woo. Woo. Buddies, let's go.
There you go. Beat them down like Moti. Which one's right for you? Chefs need line cooks. Warlords need minions. Put that back on the shelf for you. Best one in the lineup.
Harvesting server.
Well, we all have different tastes, I guess. Go on, buy a minion.
Without the buff, it kind of sucks.
We come in peace, says. Well, we all start somewhere. For me, it was peaches.
Trying to line up the attacks a bit more with what we know their taunt is.
Number one, huh? Nice work.
I have 2 taunts now. Oh, they got the macaw. Frick. Macaque. Okay, the Baron's fine. That wasn't good. Actually, is that okay? A bear. There you go. Lisa win. Let's freaking go. Putricide.
What does that mean?
Size matters, so people can check out what size they are by typing the command size. See if they're chonkers or dinkers or average or growers or showers. Chonkers, dinkers, average, growers, showers, chonkers,